I've been gaming for as long as I can remember. Through those experiences, I've developed a sense of not only what I enjoy in gaming, but also a consensus of what most other people enjoy from certain genres of games. Now, before we get into this, I'd love for you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here, I'll be showcasing the game I'm in the process of developing. And on this channel, you'll get to know everything about Identity Rebels up until its release. But let me tell you about it. When referring to a specific genre of games, shooters is what I'm specifically talking about. There have been so many situations where a friend and I would be playing a game like The Division or Battlefield, Destiny, and no matter what, there would always be something that he or I felt needed change. Personal preferences, of course, but that's just it. Those games were developed by a particular team with a specific vision, and no matter what, we have to go with the way they wanted the game to be made. Their game. This is the beauty of game dev and why it's so awesome to be able to create my own project. I can do whatever I want, but this does have limits. It cannot be without some form of familiarity we're used to in games. Take, for example, this. When it comes to shooters, the first and most important aspect of that is the gunplay. This needs to be on point. The handling must feel natural. When firing the weapon, it needs to feel as though you have cruel intent. The effects of you hitting a target must make you feel like you've accomplished something, whether it's making the enemy stagger or that headshot sound effect kill shot that lets you know he's not getting back up. All of these elements are part of the gunplay, and I think they're the key to an enjoyable experience whilst engaging in combat. So what makes my game, Identity Rebels, special amongst other games? Well, that's kind of a loaded question, but I want to tell you as much as I can so that you know what I'm coming with. Now, I've played FPSs and third-person shooters alike. After years of experiencing both, I've come to the conclusion that third-person cover-based shooters are my favorite. I believe the cover system alone introduces so many tactical scenarios, and that's so close to how gunfights would naturally play out. So, Identity Rebels is a cover-based and third-person. I think it's awesome to be able to see when your character is dodge rolling to evade damage and outplay enemies. But let me talk about what makes this special. And very few games have this element. It's not used much because this is considered unpopular amongst battle royales, looters, and cover-based class system games. One game I do know that implements this is The Division. That's being able to equip gear in a way that allows you to significantly customize your playstyle. Normally you'd have a class like a tank. Everyone knows what he does. The point is, there's a particular set of abilities him and only him can use. So for the one using him and his opponent, because they know he's a tank and once he's identified as such, certain accommodations are made in order to counter his abilities in combat. That's fine. Most people enjoy this method of play. Tank, healer, DPS, this is the meta, so to speak, in most shooters. Well, I wanted to switch things up a bit. Not too far from what you know, but with an edge. What if you had the ability to select a class, but also be able to combine that class with others? This does many things to help make and maintain an immersive experience that is ever changing. With this method, enemies aren't able to immediately identify your playstyle, so it forces more of an unpredictable combat experience, therefore making it more difficult and exciting for both you and the opposition. You see, Identity Rebels has something called Ultratech. This is what the gear is called in the game. Its database consists of chest armor, helmets, gloves, and footwear. Now the chest armor is the base, the class, where everything begins. So whichever chest armor you equip, like for example the Guardian chest armor, this is what determines that you're a tank. If you equip the Guardian's corresponding gloves, helmet, and footwear, you'll get a class bonus for doing so. But the beauty of the Ultratech system is that you're not bound to equipping all the same gear. If you want to use the Guardian chest armor and gloves to utilize its overshield and extra melee damage, but for the helmet you want a Fury DPS class precision helmet, which magnifies critical shots, thereby granting you more damage to critical areas. And for the footwear, you want high-tech class chameleon shoes with the silence perk that when wearing these will remove sound while walking or running, so that you can traverse the battlefield without being heard, having the tactical advantages and ability to sneak up on enemies from behind, dealing insane melee damage to them. This is one of so many playstyles you can customize based on the perks and abilities Ultratech offers. What this system does is allows you to play as a full tank, if you prefer, granting you a class bonus for doing so. Or if you want to freestyle the build and play in a way that's unlike anyone else in the server, the choice is yours. Now, of course, I'm going to have more videos with detailed analysis of what Ultratech is, with an in-depth look at some more of the gear and abilities. But I just wanted with this video to give you an understanding of what it was all about and how this game has a unique perspective and it takes its place amongst all these other shooters. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe to my channel for all things Identity Rebels up until its release. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video where I'll be talking about the weapon system. Oh my god, I cannot wait to talk to you about that. I'm very excited about it, and it's actually something you might be familiar with. So make sure you have those bell notifications on so you can stay up to date with all my videos. Appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.